Hey guys, this is Arm Productions, aka in the Focus Zone 3, and I'm back in Heartbaked. I've forgotten what part. I'm just gonna save really quick. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. I kinda wanna say I don't deserve this. This one's stupid, but one of these two. Confessing is good, but also I wanna say that you don't deserve this. But first, I don't deserve this. A confused murmur ripped through the crowd, but I couldn't stop. Carver's the one who should be up here. He's the better pastry chef. The mayor was gesturing to me frantically, trying to get me to shut up. I would not be silenced. Carver's magnificent, not obnoxious at all. Anyone who says otherwise besides me is going to end up on my next list of ingredients. Vanessa, I think that's... I'm sorry. I don't regret it, though, because if I hadn't done it, I would have never have... Oh, God, no! This is so bad. I'm gonna be brave like Vanessa. Come on, I only need to read it. She's the one who has to fucking say it. I would have never fallen for you. And I'm glad I did. Did you hear me? Who's Carver? The dwarf. Suddenly Carver turned and bolted. I was getting flashbacks. My brow furrowed in determination and jumped off the stage chasing after him. This is the most clumsy love story I have ever read. This is so awkward. Everything was already ruined, and this was more important than whatever the mayor had to say to me. Vanessa, what are you... Not now. I pushed my way through the crowd, barely managing to catch up to the long-haired elf as he darted by the fountain, grabbed his arm, pulling. Carver, stop! Tried to avoid me by jumping on the bench, but I was up there in 2 seconds. Carver! I lunged at him, and it didn't take long for the two of us to lose our balance. Yes. I stared wide-eyed in surprise after I got my bearings, realizing we'd fallen into the fountain. Carver was underneath me, his face redder than his hair, and determinedly looking in any direction but my own. Carver, I like you, stop being angry, because this is supposed to be romantic, and it's not, and I love it. Oh. Grabbed his face, tucking him closer, slamming our mouths together. Let out a startled noise, but he didn't pull away. So lost in my determination that I hadn't realized what I was doing until it was too late. Sitting in the fountain, in the middle of the town square, half soaked, I was kissing Carver. I was actually kissing Carver. And then he was kissing me back. My stomach fluttered as the tension slowly starting to leave my body. His warm hands rested on my arms, thumbs caressing the skin bare, and shiver ran through me. I pulled back, and after a moment, staring down at him, biting my lip, my mouth was tingling. I climbed out of the fountain slowly, and he did too, both of us pointedly ignoring the slack-jawed stares in our direction. So... My lips twitched a little. Would you go out with me? He scoffed. I guess if you're so desperate. Before I could finish, I pushed him back into the fountain. That's so cute. Oh god, we're gonna go for the last chapter. Go, go. Say Come on, say it. Your arms are too short to do it by yourself. Let me help you. Shut up. He gave me a grudging look, but after a moment more, fidgeting opened his mouth. I fed him a piece of the strawberry shortcake, and he closed his mouth over the fork, looking up at me with reddened cheeks. Dating Carver was, well, pretty much how I imagined it would be. We still teased each other all the time. We still argued, and since the festival yesterday, I'd already had to clean off my kitchen because of a massive food fight. It was totally not my fault. Carver just didn't notice those faces that screamed throw pie at me. I giggled, getting more of the shortcake, and trying it myself. It's not bad. I folded my arms across my chest. Just not bad. Put it on your first attempt, those shortcakes you made for the festival were terrible. I was a little distracted that day, thank you very much. I pointed the fork at him and he chuckled, catching my wrist, stroking his thumb over my palm. I remember. I turned, starting to put the ingredients away, as a happy flush hit my cheeks. For a pancake, he really does have a nice smile. Carver I had some of more of the cake while I tied it up a bit, strongly resisting the urge to flick some flour at him. Flick some flour? I knew he'd take it as a challenge, and I was not in a cleaning mood. More of a making out mood. I turned to ask Carol why he wanted to head home, and blinked, seeing him reading my grandma's recipe book. I started adding in my own recipes by the end, but he wasn't on any of those pages. He was reading... This is the cake you were talking about. Yeah. Sort of awkward. Hadn't really talked about Heartbaked since the festival with everything that happened. Sort of wanted to just put it behind me. It wasn't my proudest moment. Week. I hope he wasn't still upset. Well, too upset. He'd been crazy if he wasn't at least a little. I blinked when a sudden grin broke out on his lips. What? What's so funny? He looked over at me, leaning against the counter. You seriously think you were going to make me fall in love with you in 10 days? Hey, put it like that, it did sound a little ridiculous. He laughed some more, walking over to me, resting his hand on my side, squeezing it lightly. Shut up, Pipsqueak. So it wasn't very well thought out plan. Don't worry, Vanessa. All the time in the world to make me love you. My cheeks reddened at the teasing tone in his voice and the proximity as I leaned down to connect their lips, mostly to get him to shut up. Okay, not mostly, but it was definitely part of the reason. His hand slid around my back and I wrapped my arms around his shoulders, leaning into him a little. Pardon me. Yeah! Cara and I jumped apart upon noticing the shepherd who had walked in, our faces strawberry-colored. How did you get in here? Cara, Father told you to lock the door. It's your shop. Lock your own door. My apologies if I interrupted anything. If, he said. I was unable to keep my glaring, rocking back on my heels. What do you want, then? Well, there's bread left that wasn't sold, and... Really, can't you just handle this yourself? I was wondering I might be pessimistic if I returned it home with him. Of course, I understand. If it doesn't have voices. If you'd like write down prepared for your mouth, but it's fine, take them. I guess I just have to make more tomorrow anyway. Thank you. Both of us waited, but Benjamin lingered, idly looking around my kitchen. Did you really need it spelled out for him? Don't you have some bread to collect or something? Yes, although I don't know why you'd ask. You were just here for the conversation. Ben, I'm trying to spend time with my girlfriend. Yes, I can see that. Hello. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Benjamin nodded at us and then retreated back the way he'd come. From my shop, I heard a soft bah and sighed, resigning myself to cleaning up hoof prints from the floor later. Carver rolled his eyes, shaking his head. I swear, one day I will teach him how to interact with people. I couldn't help but laugh a little, walking over and flicking the back of his head. I think you have a monumental task ahead of you. He turned, looking up at me. As much as I teased him about his height, it sort of suited him. He lifted a hand, rested down on the back of my neck. Sit down here. I giggled, doing as requested, leaning down to his level, locking our lips again. Hey, God, maybe you were looking out for me after all. The great Vanessa and the magnificent Carver. Aww. That's so cute. That is honestly such a great game. Wow. I adored this. Like, sure, it was a little rushed in the end, but it has to be. There's so much content. Like, there are 2 other routes as well in such a short time, as said, NaNoWriMo, and it was so funny. As you see, I found myself laughing out loud a lot of times, and I was amused by the characters, and the main character was amazing. This is really great. Holy fuck! Like this surprised me in a very positive way. A very positive way. Like, I didn't expect it to be that good. Like, this is one of my favorites of this year. Like, yeah, holy. it was so well written. Like, I loved the way it was written, and it was so funny. And there were so many, like, really good moments, and I just really thoroughly enjoyed that. And, yeah. Wow, I liked that a lot. That was so cool. And, yeah, as you said, as I mentioned, this is a very unique Otome game. I've never really seen anything like this in a way. It's unique, and I didn't expect it to be. I'm sorry. It did seem like a kind of a, I don't know, a typical Otome game, but it's anything but. It was really, really great, and I really, really, really liked it. And I'm gonna keep my eyes on those creators, because hopefully they'll make more, because that was very good. I'm gonna be playing the other routes, because that was, wow. Yeah, that was Heartbaked. We're going on to the next game at some point. I don't know when. And well, I hope you enjoyed. We have these CGs. Well, I'll see you in whatever I make, and I love you guys. Bye.